The woman had always planned to stay a virgin until her wedding, but just a day before her wedding, after drinking too much, she spent the night with a man she believed was her fiancé. The next morning, her world fell apart when her real fiancé knocked on her door only to find her in the wrong room. Heartbroken and furious, he accused her of cheating. Her father was filled with anger and shame. She tried to explain that she had been too drunk to understand what had happened, but no one believed her. The man from that night had disappeared, and the hotel refused to give any information. She had no proof of her innocence. Then her stepsister confessed the truth when she was alone with her. She had drugged the woman's drink, tricked her into another room, and made her believe her fiancé was waiting for her. The stepsister had done it because she wanted the woman's fiancé for herself. Furious, the woman attacked her, but their father refused to believe a word as the stepsister pretended to be innocent in front of him. He disowned his daughter and threw her out. With nowhere to go and no one on her side, she left the country. Meanwhile, the man she had spent the night with, a wealthy businessman, afraid of a scandal that could ruin his career, he ordered his secretary to destroy the evidence. 5 years passed. The woman never spoke to her family again, but during that time, she gave birth to a son and raised him alone, never revealing who his father was. Then one day, out of the blue, her father called. He gave no explanation, only saying that she needed to come home. After much hesitation, she agreed to come back with her son. At the airport, she unexpectedly ran into the wealthy businessman. They did not recognize each other, but her son noticed a birthmark on his hand and called him Dad. The businessman dismissed it as a coincidence, thinking the woman was trying to trap him for his money. Annoyed by his arrogance, she threw her coffee at him for disrespecting her and her son and boarded the flight. When her flight arrived, she noticed that her ex-fiancé and stepsister were waiting for her at the airport. She soon discovered the real reason for her father's invitation. Her ex-fiancé and stepsister were getting married, and she had been called back to attend the engagement party. Seeing her ex-fiancé again was painful, especially when he insulted her son, assuming he was the product of her betrayal. Her stepsister, enjoying the moment, ridiculed her for raising a child on her own. Overwhelmed with anger, the woman slapped her ex-fiancé across the face, unwilling to let him speak down to her and her son. Just then, the wealthy businessman appeared and pretended to be her husband. The woman was stunned but played along, seeing how jealous it made her ex and stepsister. Later that day, when she met her father, there was no warmth. Instead of welcoming her, he looked down on her for returning with an illegitimate child. He refused to accept her son and ordered her to attend the wedding without him. Feeling nothing but bitterness, she left with the decision of not attending the wedding at all. But as she left the mansion, her ex-fiancé followed her. He questioned her about her stepsister's deception. Sensing there was more to the story, he demanded to know what she had meant by saying she was set up all those years ago. But the woman had no patience left for him. She had suffered enough because of his blind trust in her stepsister. Without answering, she walked away, leaving her ex-fiancé with the realization that he might have been wrong about everything.